All right, everybody, good morning. Let me get my screen up. We're already starting the day up pretty nice. Most of it being from the swing. I've got a nice win on ASTS, or what is it, ASNS, twice this morning. So let me go ahead and get the screen up here. Already made close to 500 overnight on the swing on INSM, and it's just getting started, hopefully. So hopefully we can get new highs on that. But we did get a nice move into the close, so already was able to sell 25% of that position on INSM yesterday afternoon. Had 200 shares, sold off about 50 shares up here while we are up about $2 a share. So not too bad at all. So we're going to get started here in just a second, run through the gap scan. I already kind of have this morning. The nightly watch list was made in pre-market this morning, so it's kind of more up to date than it usually would be. So most of what we have is kind of already planned for, but we'll still look through it and see what we have new. All right, let's see here. So again, INSM we took yesterday off the dips. We somehow, we sniped the entry on this at the literal low at 55.55 yesterday. So super nice entry here on INSM. It's been on the watch list now for several days to be watching these dips, and thankfully it paid off for us yesterday. So we actually nailed the bottom of that area of consolidation yesterday and got a nice move back up into the close. And of course now at 57.63 this morning in pre-market. So yesterday we had a lot of trades on MLGO. I think we had close to about 12 trades in the morning live stream and had an awesome day. You can see yesterday I closed up about $1,400 on MLGO alone. So did super well on it. But, I told you guys in the afternoon, I was like, even if you missed that stock yesterday, let's say you missed every opportunity that it provided, this is why you don't chase, because there's always going to be another opportunity around the corner. Especially after a big run like that, you get these sympathy runners like we've got today on ASNS and on CCM. There's just a lot out there that's moving off of sympathy from that big move yesterday on MLGO. So the market's hot again. Hopefully it's sustained and we can see what we can play today. We've got quite a lot that I want to watch today. I'm going to look real quick through the gap scan to see if there's anything new that I want to look at aside from what we have on the nightly watch list. Let's actually go through the nightly list first and just double check, because I don't want to go over anything twice. So let's get that up first. Scroll up to the top here. We got CCM. So CCM, I played earlier this morning for break even. Wanted to see a curl back up into the threes before they open today, but there's no liquidity down here, so I just went ahead and cut it. We can always play it again later if it does start to find some buyers. As far as how I like it for today, I did like it over 210, and I think I might stick to that thesis here. Let me pull up my charts here one more time. Yeah, so I want to look at it off 210. I've got a lot of these setups today where I'm looking just for a simple retracement off the 50-day moving average, and that's going to be true here on CCM too. So I want to watch this off of the 210s today, off of the flush for a possible reversal back up to VWAP to reclaim the 290 or 280 area off of the 210. And of course, after that, you've got the threes. So I do want to continue to watch CCM today off of 210. This one also ran 1,000% yesterday. You figured opened yesterday right around 77 cents. And it actually hit a high of about $7.26 last night. So this thing was crazy yesterday as well. We also had ASNS, which is going to be the next one we look at here, which we've got 2 wins on this morning in the pre-market. And we traded it super well. But I want to keep on watching this one today. It's got news with the, of course, U.S. military as well, but I want to be watching this because it's really still up probably 1,000% here. It opened yesterday at like 40 cents, and it actually hit a high of about $6.40. So I do want to keep on watching this one today. There should be some more opportunity. Let me get my chart pulled up here and see how I like it. I was watching it off of the 275 or 395 at this point. I don't really like the 395 anymore. That was from earlier this morning in the pre-market. As far as how I want to watch this today, I would say let's keep it over 380. So which means right here is really not a bad look on ASNS. So ASNS off of 380, and I've already played it twice this morning for 2 wins, both of them being some pretty nice sized wins. So pretty good there. So already really nice screen on the day today, and like I said, that swing already has us up about $550 and just took the swing yesterday. So Hopefully it's still early there and we can still capture more of that move on the swing. But, so far we're starting Tuesday. What's today? Not Tuesday. Starting Wednesday on a good note. So hopefully we can just continue this here. But ASNS, I mean, this thing is up massive. The market is clearly still hot and very, very active. So there should be a good bit of opportunity today to make some money. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Then we'll see. So again, cross your fingers. Hope for the best. And maybe we'll get some good opportunity today. Yesterday we had a ton on MLGO. I saw some things in the journals that I do want to talk about in a few minutes if we have some time before the open, because it's a huge thing and I don't want to see it happen today. So ASNS, though, definitely keep an eye on this. I'm going to be watching it for entries here off of the 380, and I might actually watch this into the open today. It's a really, really fantastic look, and it's honestly probably my favorite thing into the open today. So if anything, I might play it with some small size into the bell just for poops and giggles here, we can see. But already have some nice profit cushion on it for the day. So, let's see what it wants to do. Mayhaps see. Yeah, let's take some ASNS here. Quarter size again at 407, risking 380. Again, just a quarter size here again, which means I'm risking a quarter of my usual risk from regular trading hours. If I'm usually risking 250 a trade, in this case, I'll risk, close to 70 or 80 bucks a trade. So already have two nice wins on it. Going to take one more time here. This is on ASNS with an entry at 408, risking 380. And again, already have two wins on it this morning. So we'll see what she wants to do going into the bell today. Aside from that, let's see what else we have this morning. Crowd strike up this morning with no range. Not a fan. Not a fan, not a fan. We've got CORZ. CORZ over its all-time highs I want to watch today. That'll be over the 650. And I don't think it's actually its all-time highs. I don't know what this is. Was it an uplister? I don't know what the story is behind CORZ, but of course Webull shows that it's all-time highs. Trade Idea shows that it is not. So you always get that conflicting information. I'm not a fan of that, but CORZ over the 650 is definitely the way that I'd be watching it today, at least. So we'll see what it wants to do off the dips as well. We've got a lot of these dip plays today to look for continuation, and we will see what they give us. So hopefully a nice day. And again, already starting the day up nicely with the swing yesterday, and of course 2 wins already on ASNS as well. All right, let's see what else we've got over here on the list. We got MLGO to watch again today, which is, of course, the big one from yesterday. That thing was fire, and I want to watch that one today off of $7 for a simple inside bar setup today. If we can just play that kind of channel from yesterday, wouldn't be bad at all. So MLGO, watch it off of the $7 area. We've got HIMS to watch today on the daily breakout over 20.85. And we've got Novavax again today, which we've had on the list for a few days now. And we want to watch that one today off of 17 as well. So again, a lot of these are just really retracements. We only have one breakout trade today on HIMS, which it's because there's so many big runners in the last week that, a lot of these names we're just looking for new highs on today. But as far as new gappers go, sure, we have ASNS, but that's also one we're looking for a few dips on. And, of course, CORZ, CCM. So a lot of these are a little bit newer, but your Novavax, your HIMS, your MLGO, all kind of those past continuation style setups. So really, we have about 6 setups to be watching today into the open. We have CCM, ASNS, CORZ, MLGO, HIMS, and Novavax. So a good wide range of stuff to play today between the mid caps and small caps. I don't believe we had too much more that I really cared to look at today. I know we had MITQ up in pre-market, but I don't like how it trades. Not really a fan of the Chinese names either. Is CCM a buy now at 210? Is it 210 right now? No, it's not 210 right now. CCM is 267. But it won't be a buy at 210 either way, right? 210 is what I'm using as my max risk, so I don't like this yet. Nope. Don't like it yet. That's a super wide area of risk there from current price down to that 210. So, you know, I might wait until we get into maybe the 230s, 220s before I even consider it. We have about 18 minutes until the bell, sitting back watching for new gappers, but right now we've already gone through the list because we already had it all planned because of my earlier night or later nightly watch list today. Of course, yesterday I said that I couldn't post it last night, so I posted it this morning and actually went ahead and looked through the pre-market and kind of scanned through everything. So we're kind of ready a little bit earlier than usual this morning, which is good. You know, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being a little bit more prepared. So able to breeze through it a little bit faster this morning. I'm just so glad that swing we had yesterday, dude. This is the good thing about that is we took INSM yesterday at 55.55, and of course we closed at like 57s. We closed about $2 into profit, and that allows us to come into today with a good bit of profit cushion. Like I said, came into today with already $500 of unrealized profit, and already had 25% sold as well from that swing too. So was able to realize some of that, and that alone gives me some nice profit cushion today. So it allows me to not only come in today and be more comfortable with what I'm trading, but allow myself to take more risks today in a more active market too. So that's a really, really good thing. And it's kind of like the opposite. If you came in and you come in and you're kind of deep in the red from pre-market or something for whatever reason, this is why I take a quarter size on pre-market. It's just a mindset thing. It just kind of skews your mentality for the rest of the day. It's like this catch-up mentality, and it's like, oh my gosh, I've got to dig myself out of this whole mentality, and it really hurts you. So kind of the opposite now. I come into the day with kind of some profit cushion from a swing from yesterday, and it kind of changes the day completely. So should make today a pretty good day, and that's why the swings are so good. It's good to diversify between the two, and typically their swings do pretty well. So hopefully we can get new highs on the swing today too, but again, I've already sold about 25% of that swing, up about $2 per share. So we have about 15 minutes. I'm still watching the scanner for some new gappers. If you guys have any questions as well, let me know. Currently, my top watch is ASNS. ASNS is the one that is up 760% in the pre-market today. And I'm so surprised. You know, what's so funny about that is yesterday that thing gapped up in after hours from, 46 cents to about $1.30. You came in at 4 a.m. today, and it gapped up from $1.40 all the way to $6.30. So it really digested heavily overnight. And it's been just kind of consolidating sideways since. It's given some really nice range opportunities to play through here, and we're actually green in it now. Again, here's 413 from our beautiful entry down there in the 408 area. So, yeah, we'll see what it wants to do as we head up into the open, into its range again towards the 450 and 5 area. And again, this is on ASNS, which is up 775% this morning in pre-market, which we've already traded twice this morning for profit. How many of you in the stream, I'm just curious, how many of you are playing INSM, that swing there? I think I posted it up yesterday. I forget what time. Was it around lunch? I think it was around lunchtime. Some of y'all played it. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, good stuff. $4.15's already over here on ASNS, guys. I'm going to sell a fifth of my position here at 4.15 on ASNS. I've now sold a quarter at 4.17. Again, I've sold a quarter at 4.17. You have a swing phobia. The reason why you've got a swing phobia is because you swing the wrong stocks. If you swing penny stocks, you swing small cap stocks with no plan, they turn into bag holds. They turn into bag holds quickly. I'm sure as many of you know. When you swing good companies with a well thought out plan, it's actually less risky than a day trade. You know, it's actually less risky than a day trade. So it's a lot easier to swing these good companies with a logical thought out plan than it is to day trade. A lot easier. And most of the time, you'll actually find yourself to be profitable easier with the swings as opposed to the day trades because you have more time to actually think. There's less emotions, less panic, less timeliness. So it does make a big difference. Listen to the wrong people. Yeah, the thing is, a lot of places that you'll go, and I hate to go on a tangent here, but we're already ready for the open, so no biggie. But most places that you'll go will alert these swings and be like, oh yeah, just keep on holding. Buy more, buy more, buy more, buy more. They got no plan. No plan. The thing is, if they don't have a stop loss, they can just say, oh, it's not a loss. You know, and if it eventually runs in the next, few months, they can just say, oh yeah, it was a win. Meanwhile, most of their plays are down 90%, 95%. People are bag holding out the behind. So yeah, like you said, it's just a matter of either the wrong people or the wrong stocks, which I guess is a mix of both. But no, good stocks, good companies. You don't have that risk of offerings, the risk of an overnight dump like you do with the penny stocks and small caps. I don't swing small cap stocks. I just don't. I like to sleep good at night. You know, good companies with a market cap of 2 billion or higher, those are the companies that I typically like to swing. Those anything over small caps. I just do not swing small cap stocks. So I don't like how they trade from a swing perspective. A little bit too volatile for me. Too many pumpers out there. Yeah, pumpers and people that just have no idea what they are talking about trying to charge for it. That's what it is. You're saying, is INSM considered a good stock? Well, it's not. That's hard to say. We're trading it technically. But if you look at the market cap of the stock, it's a 9 billion market cap stock. So it's not a small cap stock. It's a, how you say, reputable business. It's a real business. It's not some, kids in their basement, that went public one day and they have a market cap of like, $5 million bucks. This is a real company. So it's a real company with a pretty large float. You figure the float on INSM is about 159 million shares. So you're not going to wake up and find it, down in the gutters after an offering or something overnight. Or at least the risk of that is pretty slim. We actually just got new highs on INSM as well. So we're actually pretty nice on it now. Total up over 500 on it. But again, this was posted up yesterday. We're up almost $3 a share already as well. And sold about 25% yesterday afternoon. Why don't they allow stops in after or pre? So you've got to think of it this way. With the lack of liquidity in pre-market and after hours, that lack of liquidity can lead to some pretty gnarly fills. You've got to think of it this way. As a stop loss is a market order. Obviously, you can't use market orders outside of market hours. But with a market order, if you were to somehow use a market order when there was a lack of liquidity, what happens? Let's say you're trading a stock with a super wide spread and no volume. What happens if you try to trigger a market order and a stock with no volume? What usually happens? You're going to do what? What's going to happen on that? Knife. Yeah, I mean, it triggers an avalanche, really. And that's exactly what it would do. Is it would trigger an avalanche in pre-market and after hours. Yeah, it would trigger an avalanche because you figure you try to get your stop loss filled when there is zero volume. I mean, in pre-market, you oftentimes have like nothing. I mean, you oftentimes have barely any volume, right? So once that one person triggers their stop loss, then it's just going to cause an avalanche. And then guess what? Somebody else's stop loss is going to get triggered. Oh, there's another avalanche, and it would just be a total mess. Just a total mess. Man, INSM, though, is opening up super, super strong. If we can get over the 58s today, we can probably go ahead and raise our stops in that swing. I'm surprised by that because I wasn't expecting to raise our stops in the swing so fast, but I'm not going to complain. We have about 9 minutes until the bell. Again, top watches today are up on the screen here. We got CCM, ASNS, CORZ, MLGO, HIMS, and Novavax. I want to look at a couple more here real quick before the bell. We have XTIA gapping here going into the open as well. And I do want to keep an eye on this over its... I'll watch it over 220. Let's keep an eye on XTIA. Somewhere over 220 I wouldn't mind watching, or even if you want to watch it off the lows here at 213 or so. You can also keep an eye on XTIA. And this actually has quite a bit of range here. So keep an eye on this over 210 going out of the bell today. Let's see. Let me get posted that the live stream has started. I completely forgot. Now, Vibin, did those people just send you friend requests, or are they like old friend requests? Because they shouldn't be able to now. I've got it completely blocked off. They didn't. Okay. Yeah, I tried to block it off. So if you guys do get any DMs from any imposters on Discord, please let me know. I like completely blocked you guys off from like the free side of the room, which so like they literally joined from like outside links, and they'll just go through the member list and just message you guys and try to take like crypto and all this crap. So hopefully that has stopped as of like the last week. Okay, I'll have to go through and ban those, but yeah, they shouldn't be able to get to you anymore, which is a good thing. It took me years to figure out how to stop it, and I think what I did worked, hopefully. Dudes, if you got a hard time hearing the stream, I would just like turn it up. Just turn up your volume max. We've got about 5 minutes, guys. Make sure to take the time to get all of these stocks pulled up on your screens. Get ready for the open. And today should be a pretty active day. Fingers crossed. Similar to yesterday, I'm hoping for. Yesterday was a pretty nice day. It was actually pretty slow for a good chunk of it, but then we had MLGO, and then it just kept on providing opportunities pretty much all day. So can't complain. Okay, so let me get all mine pulled up here. INVAX, CCM, ASNS. Make sure you are taking the time to do that right now before we head any closer to the bell. Let's see. Definitely keep a close eye on our swing, though, from yesterday as we go into the open today, because I do want to watch and see if we can get over the 58s. I do want to go ahead and raise stops on that as well, make it a risk-free trade. Might as well, because we've already kind of confirmed our thesis on it. Much sooner than I would have expected. We've also got HIMS, HIMS, which is meeting criteria here going into the bell. So as long as we find some buying pressure out of the bell, I do want to try and play that. Four minutes. Make sure again that your charts are all pulled up. If you are new to the server, make sure to also go to the Start Here channel before doing anything. I do not want you to try to trade in here until you do go through those channels first. Otherwise, you're going to get lost and probably pretty overwhelmed. So please do that first. All right, those of you over on TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and shut down those streams now to get ready for the bell. But we have about 7 setups to be watching at the open today. A lot of opportunity in the markets right now with a lot of volatility. So fingers crossed we get some more action today. But good luck, happy trading, stay responsible, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace, guys.